All right. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. We're going to start out. Sorry about the late start. Had some computer issues. Um, Ethereum and Bitcoin made some big moves over the weekend, and mainly Ethereum. And if you look at where it went off of its low, which it hit basically yesterday, and find this one right here. Let's take it up to where it's at right now. About a 15% recovery. So definitely something worth looking at because it came off of that high here, and we go out to a 10-minute, make this a little bit bigger here, and you can see we are pretty close to getting up near 52-week highs again. Bitcoin is at 53,950. It also made some moves to the downside. However, Ethereum has basically bounced back a lot more. We've got a lot going on in the markets today. Let's go over to economic calendar. Well, that looks weird. All right. Durable goods came in at 0.5%, and median forecast was 2.2. So that's down. So that's a miss. Core capital goods orders still waiting on, or came in at 0.9% versus previous minus 0.8. So we'll have some home price indexes. We have Chair Jerome Powell speaking on Wednesday. Federal Reserve announcement at 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern. We'll carry that live here on the stream. And then we'll carry his press conference as well. And then the normal stuff on Thursday, jobless claims, etc. GDP, pending home sales index, personal income, consumer spending, core inflation on Friday, okay, as well as the Chicago Purchasing Managers Index and consumer sentiment. So definitely got a lot going on this week with that. Gas prices, gas 288.6. California is still leading the pack, 399.1, 324 in Oregon, 340 in Washington, Illinois 3.08. And again, they moved the bar. This used to be bright red if it was above $3, but for some reason Pennsylvania is above $3, and they moved the how they bracket what goes in bright red. So New York 292. Pennsylvania about 8 cents more per gallon. Ohio 282. Okay. All right. Fear and Greed Index is basically up again. We were 56 on Friday. We are now at 61. So that's where we're at there. S&P 500 heat map. We will get that in just a moment, and we'll have that for you. Earnings is going to be big this week. Whoops. I don't know why that got so small on me there. Get this thing bigger here. All right. After the close today, big one. Tesla comes in after the close, and then Tuesday, UPS, GE, 3M, Lilly, BP, Waste Management before the open. After the close, AMD, big one, Microsoft, big one, Alphabet, big one, Visa, Teradyne, Texas Instruments, some of the chip makers. Wednesday, big ones, Boeing, Spotify, Shopify, SiriusXM, ADP, After the close, Apple, Facebook, Qualcomm, Logitech, eBay. Before the open on Thursday, Caterpillar, Merck, McDonald's, Domino's, Bristol Myers Squibb, some of the healthcare ones. After close, the big one is going to be Amazon and US Steel, Twitter, Gilead, Western Digital. So huge week for earnings. And then Friday before the open, Goodyear, L3, Chevron, AstraZeneca, Colgate, Palmolive, AbbVie, and ExxonMobil. So that will be interesting to see what happens there. And then let's take a quick look at today's earnings before the open. Some banks, which most of them all exceeded. Bank of Hawaii missed theirs. Of course, that state decided to basically close the whole state and not let tourists in at all. So I don't know if that's changed lately. Probably has. So we'll have a whole bunch after the close. Let's go to the heat map. Hey, work heat map. Okay, that should start to brighten up here. I don't know why it's not. All right, so let's take a look at some movers here. We've got Tesla, which is up $11.81. Palantir up to $23.73, up 32 cents. That's going to be good for me. Again, I still hold those options, 95 calls, and those are up about 8%. So I'm up right about $2,000 on those 95 calls at $24 expiration 5/21. So still have those. I don't own any shares. Coinbase up big time this morning. It is nice to see, but of course I'm negative quite a few dollars on this one. So hey, work. Why my screen freezing? All right, see, I'm having computer problems. Frozy. All right, let me get that one down here like that. Let's go to a 30-second chart. And so big jump today for there we go. Big jump today for Coinbase on the open. So they're up $13. No news. I mean, there's literally no news on them. But the last thing was on the 21st. When again, the only news that we're reporting on Coinbase is that Deutsche Börse was delisting. So stupid empty news wires, dumb company, doesn't bother to update their story that they did not get delisted. So there you go. So they're fine, bouncing back 13.25. That's nice to see. Knight over there on Twitch. Good morning, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And again, apologies for the late start here. Rocket up 27 cents. AMC is up 75 cents. They had some good news. Mortal Kombat opened over the weekend. It was the biggest opening weekend during the pandemic for Mortal Kombat. #1 at the box office. So actually, I think we can pull that up. There's our heat map. So a little bit dull there. It's got some bright spots there in Tesla. But taking a look at the where are we at here? There we go. Box office. And let's look at the weekend. And you can see Mortal Kombat, 178% increase in viewings, $53 million overall gross. If you don't think people want to go back to the movies, you're nuts. They want to go back to the movies. So that's definitely good for them. The week before, Godzilla vs. Kong. You see the opening weekend for Godzilla vs. Kong only did 47 million, counting Easter weekend. So that went from April 2nd all the way through, including the 5th. So they added an extra day for Easter weekend. So it did 47 million. Mortal Kombat did 53. Some of the reviews, I don't know. If you saw it, did you like it? I did not go see it yet. I haven't seen Godzilla vs. Kong yet. I still got to get out and do that. Okay, so taking a look here, we have the S&P 500, Microsoft up, Apple up. All the banks are up. All the banks regionals are up. Capital markets, Morgan Stanley, Schwab, Goldman, all up. Google up, Facebook up, almost 1%. Amazon up, Tesla up. Energy down. Energy is down a little bit. We'll go into oil and all that as well here. Let's take a quick look at oil. We've got oil down 86 cents, 61.28. That's the light crude. The Brent crude is down 88 cents. And of course, that means that our ExxonMobil, Exxon, what are you doing? 56.16. What did they come out and announce? Hey, that's good news. That is a huge jump for no reason. What's Chevron doing? I thought I had Chevron up here too. Where's my Chevron? I'm looking for CHV. Oh, CVX. It's right there. So they're up as well. Let's see here. What did we have for... Let's see. No, nothing there. Huh. I'll take it. See if there's any news here that I need to look at here. All right, let's see here. ExxonMobil. This will allow me to, there we go. Nothing there really. But we'll take it. I don't know why ExxonMobil is up, and Chevron is up, but I will definitely take it. Palantir pulling back a little bit here. Still up 18 cents on the day. And again, Palantir reports our earnings May 13th. ExxonMobil reports on Friday. So this is a nice little run up here. I'd like to see this thing get. I've got $60 options for May 7th, so I may hold it through earnings unless it gets a huge jump that gets me positive, because I'm still down quite a bit on that one. But it's up $160 today. Yeah, it's up $160 today. Palantir's up, what is that, 552? Yeah, so overall I'm up like $600 on the day. Where's that coming over? Where's that little screen up there? That's weird. So I switch accounts here. Alright, so still down on that one. Okay. So overall today, up about $1,500. Palantir, what are you doing? No news. No news whatsoever. All right, let's check the indices. All right, so Dow right now, we're up 43.3 on the Dow. It's pulling back just a little bit here. We've got the NASDAQ up 5.93. Also pulling back a little bit. Minimize this thing so it doesn't work as hard. And then we have the S&P is up 5.4. VIX up 0.6 to 17.9. It did bottom out quite healthy down here, 16.9. Yeah, 16.9. Little while before the open, and then about a half hour before the open got down to 17.3. Now it's back up to 17.9. Again, we were looking at 18, 19, 6, almost 20 last week when President Biden decided to crash the market, which was fun. Thanks, President Biden. We appreciate you. Let's see here. Trying to give. This is a goofy song, huh? Okay, get rid of that. Amazon down a little bit. Caterpillar up. CLSK is up. That's one of the Bitcoin mining firms. Esports up 20.73. They're up 23 cents. GM up 61 cents. Roblox up 7 cents, 71.85. They've been hanging in that channel here. Let's see here. From when they started here. Yeah, they're got some decent, well, I don't know if you want to call this resistance, old support, turning into new resistance. It's a little bit above. That's a nice little bounce here off of old resistance here, possibly. Okay. U.S. oil down 55 cents. U.S. steel up 76 cents. Again, they report earnings this week. And then gold, we've got down $1.17. We have palladium down or up 55, 29.11. Platinum up 45 cents to 12.29. And then silver up 8 cents to 26.09 on the silver squeeze. Yeah, it's not happening. It's the VIX. All right, let's go back to ExxonMobil for a second. And I'm going to get Exxon and throw it up here. There we go. So this is a 1 hour chart on Exxon. And we've had some declining volume days. I'd like to see the volume get up on this and beat some of these other ones here. Let me look at daily volume. Yeah, it's been selling off, but declining. There's a daily chart now, so this is legitimate 50-day moving average. It's coming up on its 50-day moving average here. It spikes just a little bit more. Say, where are we at here? Come on, mouse. Breaks through 56.49 or so, which it's almost at its high of the day now, 56.27. So we'll see what it gets up to. It did breach back here $62 back in early March, so it's been a while since it hit 60. It can get back, but it would take some doing to get back up there. Let's see here. Insurgent attacks in Mozambique. Other stuff there. Oil rig count falls for oh, that's Friday. Okay, Palantir still up 36 cents. Take a quick look at my options. Yeah, those options are up, what was that, 28? Ooh. Options popped. I'm up another 1,300 on those options, so up about 2,500 bucks. Yeah, that is very, very nice. Let's take a look at that. So that bounced back, huh? Turn around here, 23.77. Any news? No news. Okay. By the way, I changed the screen. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. And mainly because I was having problems with this other monitor. So here's what I did. I bought another laptop. And this laptop has a GTX 1660 in it, or I was looking at that yesterday. Anyway, so I bought another laptop and I spent about 2,800 bucks on it. And it will be here by Thursday. And then we'll be back. So it should hopefully take care of the lag that I've been having. But the interesting thing about this laptop is it has an NVIDIA chip, an RTX 3080. So the RTX 3080, guess what? When I'm streaming, it will be mining, and it will take me about 300 days for that laptop to pay for itself mining cryptocurrency. So hopefully that'll take care of the lag on the screen a little bit here too. So we'll see. So that one will get here a little bit later on this week. So that's why I don't have down here. That's why I don't have the other one. Now what I can do is we can do this. Let me show you. We can do this, and I can hide the MACD. Where's the MACD? And actually, what I can do is I can take this for SPX, and then this I can do for the VIX, and I can change that to a 30-second, and change this to a 30-second, and I can, let's see here. Oh, I know what I can do. All right, so bear with me a moment here. Get rid of the Mac. Well, get rid of this one. Okay. Then we can scrunch this down like so. then I can do this. Oh, I see. And then get rid of that one. And then get rid of this one. Okay, that helps a little bit. And let's see here. Okay. All right, that gives us, well, I don't like the size of that though. Why won't that go smaller? Okay, so what I can do is we can have this one up. You can even make it big, super big. Zoom me in. The VIX, let's take a look at our buddy Palantir here. And I'm just trying to make it not as laggy as it was before. Okay, what are these calls at now? $1.37. So yeah, those are, I'm up $2,500 on those calls. They're up $1,500 today. And those 95 Palantir calls. Very risky move, holding those things over the weekend. A lot could have happened. Something could have happened with companies. Something could have happened with the economy. Something could have happened with rates. Something could have happened in the Mideast. Something could have happened with tech. So all over yesterday at 3 o'clock Pacific, I was all over those futures in terms of, okay, what are the futures doing? What are we doing here? So let's take a look. We got the VIX. Let's see, why did it go to... Oh, I see. Okay, all right. So what I need to do is, I know what I need to do. I need to do this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's doing it as all three. Because I have them linked. All right, I'll have to play with that off stream sometime. Darn it. Could do a quick look like this. And the VIX is really the one we're interested in. And so VIX is at 17.7, it's up 0.4. But again, it's heading down a little bit, which is good as the S&P heads up. There we go. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. All right. Wow. Yeah, no, Palantir. Nice. No news. Okay, I do have a LG repair tech coming to my house today, and he's supposed to be here anytime after between 8 and noon my time, and it is 7:05 now. That's the other thing I was doing this morning, was getting everything off the top of the fridge so it can just be pulled out. So I've got black stainless steel appliances, and I bought the suite off of Costco. Wait, what's going on here? What do I have coming? Oh, I have a William Henry Harrison Presidential Silver Medal in the Presidential Series. I buy those. Those are only $65. I've got that coming. Anyway, my LG refrigerator broke, and I have a backup refrigerator in the garage. It's a GE side by side, and I'll probably be selling that before I leave here. And so I've got all my stuff in there, but it won't cool. So I've had this refrigerator 4.5 years, and so because it's under 5 years, even though it's beyond the regular warranty, I guess they're going to pay for it free of charge. So apparently the LGs have had some compressor problems, and it wasn't freezing, and then the refrigerator wasn't working right, and so I called them up. Interestingly enough, I thought my stove was broken too, and but it turns out one of the knobs, like I would turn it, one of the knobs, I guess when it was cleaned, didn't get put on the right one, so it was a 1 through 9 single knob, And what it's supposed to be for this burner over on the right hand side is supposed to be 3 different settings for an inside ring, middle ring, and outside ring. It's electric. I like gas. I don't have a choice. I'm not running the gas line here. And so I finally figured that out on Friday. And so I was like, yeah, I fixed my stove. But they weren't coming for the stove anyway. I was going to ask the guy, but I got into the manual. And when I got into the manual, I looked and it showed the knobs and it showed what the different knobs are. And I said, oh. And I looked at the oven and sure enough, 2 of the knobs were misplaced on the wrong dials. All I had to do was go flip, stove fixed. And then I did a deep clean cycle on it over the weekend too. Probably need to do another one. So anyway, so that guy is supposed to be here sometime after 8 o'clock. I've not. He's supposed to text or something beforehand. So we'll see. If he comes to the door, I'm going to basically exit the stream probably, because I like to be around and watch what they do to kind of learn. Palantir, you go. You gonna hit 24 today? This looks pretty good. I'm so glad I held on to those. I need to make some money back off of that Coinbase, right? What's Coin doing today? Up 1330, 304, so 305, just hit 305. That is the high of the day was 305.10. Boy, the bid and ask is probably jumping on that thing. Hold on a second. Let me take a look at that coin. Market depth. And it's on stock. Wow. Yeah, you get about 16-cent spread between the bid and the ask. 20 cents. So anywhere between 15 to 20 cents spread between the bid and the ask on Coinbase. No news. Again, they were not delisted from the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, as we predicted here. Pretty much about an hour of research to figure out what the problem was, and I knew Goldman wasn't going to let them do that. All right, she's got to go out again, so let me go. Let her out, and we'll leave the S&P. I hear you. Come on, let's go outside. Let's go. Come on. What do you want? Oh, you want? Oh my God! Really? This is what you want? Okay. She wants up. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, I love you too. I love you too. You want to say hello? Say hello to people. Paws on the table. So it scratches. Okay. Where's everybody at? She doesn't know where to look. If only she could see herself in the camera. All right, you ready to go outside? All right. I'll be right back, folks. Let's go. I know, you're all happy, huh? You got bed, got outside, got water. Oh, you're running. Let's go. Okay, we're back. Okay, Dow up 81. Barcode, good morning. Nice to see you over there on Twitch. All right, Dow's up 86 right now. S&P is up 13.3. NASDAQ is up 50. Looking pretty good there. Nvidia is up 89 cents. Microsoft up. Intel down a little bit. What's AMD doing? AMD is up 260. And again, AMD. Oops, sorry. AMD reports earnings tomorrow after the close, along with Microsoft. So the big one today is Tesla. And Tesla reports their earnings, and they're up 1.05%. Up $5.52. Consensus is they're going to beat. Gains 1.6% at the open. First quarter earnings. Well, that's weird. There we go. It won't let me click on this story. Live markets, NASDAQ Composite, can it maintain orbit? Equity futures flat ahead of the week's earnings flood. March durable goods up 0.5% versus 2.3% estimate. Dollar flat, gold slips, crude slides, 10-year yield 1.58%. Reuters does this one. Okay. NASDAQ Composite may be at an important juncture. This after the composite ended Friday within 1% of its February 12th record high. Weekly close of 14,095. So the NASDAQ hit its high all the way back in February. There we go. Okay. And that's something, when you look at the NASDAQ here, I'm going to show you guys something here. What do we got here? NASDAQ Composite. And I'm going to go to actually this screen. Oops, cancel. Save. Boom, boom, boom. And go to the NASDAQ. And I want to go to a 6-month to a 3-month. Okay. Oops, 6 months. Sorry. Here's the last 6 months of the NASDAQ. As you can see in February, that's when we hit this thing. So if you take a look at, let's just say fib retracement, and you say, okay, let's take a look from here to where we're at right now. We could see a pullback somewhere in the range of 13,240 is the 0.5. If the 1 is the low, and then so initially though, you can see where it's bouncing. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. You can see where it bounces off the 13 fib retracement, and it jumps right here. Bounce goes up. Then we have a top. Where's it come back down to? Right here. So you could see an initial pullback 13,690 or so on this. And again, this is a 2-hour chart that I have open on this right now. That's a 2-hour chart. This is fib retracement, is what this is called. So it could go back to the mean here if I go to a 1 hour here. Let me get rid of this one here. Oops. Rid of that. if you look at this, this is all the way back to January. Look at this. It bounced off this old January resistance as support, which is pretty good news there. 13,712 or so. I'm looking at January 25th. As you can see, that matches with this pretty close. 6th of April definitely matches with the old resistance from the 20th of April. So when we bottomed out last week, 13,709.80, right around there, that matches all the way back with this old resistance wick on this candle back on the 22nd of January, somewhere around that week. So that's interesting on that. We have the 180 and the 200. You have a cross here, crossed again up here, crossed again here a little bit, but then immediately crossed again. And it looks like it wants to kind of head up, huh? RSI, not quite oversold. I've got the RSI set at 70 and 30. Anything below 30 is oversold. Anything above 70 is going to be overbought. So currently, where's it at here? We're about 66, so not quite overbought yet. But we're up 44 today, right? So definitely something to keep an eye on. ExxonMobil, what are you doing here? It's an ugly, ugly chart. Palantir crossed right here. And what these are, let me explain some of these. The yellow is going to be the EMA 21 close. The 8 is going to be the blue. So you got the 8 and the 21, and then of course we got the regular red and white for the 180, red for the 200. RSI, and I'm not going to go into this one yet. It's something I discovered over the weekend, so I'm just kind of looking at it, which is why I have this chart set up the way it is. I still have some stuff on there. I can still do pivots. I haven't done those in a little while here. I can do Bollinger Band. I can do my pivots. That one I don't really use. And the crosses I don't really use. Way too much on the chart. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Close that up there. Okay. All right. So definitely a good day for the markets, huh? Dow up 51. Where are we at overall here? Hold on. Yeah, Dow's up 53. NASDAQ up 49. S&P up 10. Oh, did I not do that? Yeah, I did. No wonder. I'm going to brighten that one up a little bit. There we go. Now it's easier to see. Dollar's up 6.8 cents. NASDAQ up 48. That looks really good. I like that cross there. Just a little bit between the 8 and the 21 here. 8's blue, 21 is yellow, right? Colors that thing. Yeah. 21 is yellow. S&P up 11.5. And the VIX all over the place, huh? Things everywhere. Go to 30 seconds here. 30-second chart in the VIX. There's the S&P. Let's go back to our other one. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's fine. Well, Tesla's interesting. Takes out to a 1 hour. if you take a fib on this, peg it right here, all the way up to here. And you can say, okay, actually, not real consistent off this low here. Actually, hold on a second. There we go. So the one is a, yeah, that's all they have, 590. The 0.5 is at 686.44. But you can't, even with the fib off this low back, way back here, you can't really see from a technical analysis what the heck the stock is going to do or what it's done. You could say, okay, it's trading in two ranges, it's trading at the 0.38 level. Channel in there, every time it breaks above that, it kind of comes back down. So see how this candle here, and this is on a 1 hour chart, is below this one here, right? Volume slightly decreased, but those are three really nice bars there, greater than the sell. But the sell here, which is the same range it's in right now, is about the same as back here. A little bit better MACD here. Moving average convergence divergence. All right, let's take a look here. All right, I'm gonna leave that up. Go to our buddy Palantir. Palantir, solid buy signals. Blue above the red. Got to buy way back here. Oops, sorry. Auto. 3 minute. Okay. Gave a buy right on the open, and this is a 3 minute chart here, and close on the cross here on the MACD. Dipped below on the MACD here, but then went back up again. Where's my RSI here? Okay, RSI, we are not in an oversold. What's it running here? 65.31. Do like a pivot on that, but up 48 cents now. Those options are up by like 2,800 bucks for me. The options themselves are up 16% so far. I'm up 28% on the 95 call options for May 21st at $24. So this thing, it looks like it wants to. Declining volume though, so you got to be careful here, right? Got to be careful. Might see a look at this on a 5 minute. Hold on a second. Fine. Keep changing these charts while I'm jacking around with stuff. Peg this one here. Boom. And then we do this. Auto. Okay. All right, so even though it's off screen here, well, oh, there we go. If I leave it there, but I take it over here, it. There we go. Okay. Now I can zoom in and see the numbers here. Okay, so 2257 is the 0.5 on the fib on a 5-minute chart. 0.38 is at 2288. Breaking through this range here, and look at the top of this. You know, let's see here. Might have missed that wick there. 5-minute. A little bit higher. About there. So good resistance jump here. If it breaks these candles here, it could go up quite a bit more. Oh, what? You stop. No. 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 You were just outside. You went to the bathroom. You want a treat? Where's your ball at? All right, let me go get her ball. Get her busy with something. Where's it at? Under the bed or on? Oh, it's under the dresser. It still has some in there. Give her a treat. She rolled it under the dresser yesterday. She did try and get it. Actually, I was watching her try and get her paws to get it out from underneath. She wasn't able to do so. She pushed it too far back. I thought she had it, and she's getting better at it. Put the treats in there, and again, she's got to figure out to roll it to get the treat out. And she doesn't eat the ball. Is this what you want? Sit. Shake. Down. Good girl. Go get it. All right. That should keep her occupied for a couple minutes anyway, right? All right. I know I'm kind of straight on Palantir, you guys. All right, AMC. AMC is looking pretty good, up $1.05 to $11.21. Huge pop on that box office results over the weekend. So just a fantastic run for them today. They're up 10% today based on that. So that's going to be interesting for options expiration later this week. They beat their $10 on Friday, and so they were good on that. So they did pretty well. GameStop. So AMC is up 9.79%. GameStop is up 3.29%. Really, right in front of me, dog. Come here. She's like right under. She's right at my feet, and the ball's hitting my legs at the same time here. So AMC definitely looking good here this week. I do not have any more AMC. I taken profits on that thing in the 12s somewhere. If you remember way back when. Coinbase pulled back a little bit, but still up 2.3%. 298 did get up to 306.10 today. Way back here, or I'm sorry. Pretty much right at the open, 640. Hit it 3 times at 305. Basically, look at this crap. Come on, sell wall. Anybody for 1,000, Alex? At 305. Shenanigans. Shenanigans on this stock. Absolute shenanigans. Palantir up 50 cents, 23.91. So it's looking pretty good. Tesla up 8.90, and again, that's going to be the big results here after the close. I will not be on stream this afternoon. We'll carry the earnings tomorrow morning. Though you can sign up for their conference call and stuff if you like, but that'll be the big mover on the day. And if we take a look at, let me look at the 1-hour chart here, and we go to auto. Sorry about that. And let's scroll back over here. Actually, daily. Sorry. And so they missed their earnings on 27th of January by 78 cents, and that started the sell-off in Tesla, and that was their period ending December 2020. So be careful with this stock. Let's see what they're looking at for today. You know, again, they came in. The estimate was for $1.02. They came in at 80 cents, so missing it by 22 cents. Estimate this quarter 75 cents. So if they came in at 80 cents, now they're only at 75 cents. That's a 5 cent less than the fourth quarter in what is supposed to be a recovery quarter, right, from the pandemic and everything. So when it pulled back, if you look at this daily from 25th of January, when they reported earnings, dropped 39%. All the way down to about 540, 540.65, give or take a penny or a dollar. But if you bought it back at that time, and let's say you missed this, and you buy it here, you're up 18% since the bottom on two solid buys. Look at this. Look at these buy levels right here. Look at this. Almost identical locations on the buy. You can stick a line right through it. Yeah, almost. This buy signal was a little bit lower, and if you're just off of that buy signal there, let's say you missed it and you got it here on the second candle, confirming candle, you're up 16% in 21 days, in 3 weeks. So if you bought it 3 weeks ago, you'd be up 16% right now. Not bought at all. All right, Palantir still same, 23.91. It's like range bound here. Let me get rid of that thing here. Bugging me. Boop. So long, Fib. Nice jump. A little bit of a retest back here. And it looks like it from Friday's resistance is pretty much where it bottomed at, which is good news for the stock. Again, they do not report until May 13th. May 13th. They did get up to 23.96. I was pulling back a little bit. This candle's right at the last candle over here. So this could get interesting. Could see a further slide here unless we get a bounce. But this candle a little bit lower. 15 seconds left on it. Let's see what happens with this one. Pop a green. I'll have to get across here on the 8 and the 21. You see that? Yellow and the blue. Again, blue is going to be your 8, and your yellow is going to be your 21. Moving averages. The pink is just a smooth. And then, of course, we got the white being the 180 and the red being the 200. But again, it's an ascending 200, which is good. RSI, not overbought, not oversold. Volume is definitely going a little bit solid. Let's take a look at the MACD here. Hold on. I don't think I gotta change that back. What the? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Well, I gotta keep hitting save on that thing. Click. There's got to be a quicker way. There's got to be a way to put favorites up here for the charts. It probably is. I just don't know what it is. All right. All right. There's a green candle. You still got the blue, a little bit below the red here. RSI looks good. Middle ground having a little bit of a battle, if anything, here. This volume candle needs to jump up a little bit above these. There we go. There's a nice pop. But again, you got declining volume. But declining volume on a sell, on sells. So 23.91 is where it was hanging out at. All right, coin. Still up 2.29%. Tesla up 1.17%. Get rid of that thing. Be interesting to see what happens with that in the after hours today. Old due diligence that I had back in March 25th is when I did the due diligence on Tesla. And I said, well, if we're looking at different support levels and resistance levels, I dragged that all the way back to September. Boy, that's a terrible line, isn't it? But it is ascending, though. So is that one. Could it retrace back down to 527? I don't know. It says that it might a couple different times here back in early March, but depends on the earnings. My guess is they're going to exceed this. Obviously they had 3 quarters in a row where they exceeded, and then they missed on this one. Came in at 80 cents. So now the analysts have it pegged at 75 cents. 5 cents less than what they came in. And mainly I think that's because you have other entries like Ford with their Mach-E Mustang EV is basically taking market share directly from Tesla. However, and then in China you have the competition of the Chinese EV makers, Li Auto and all those guys. So let's take a look at the EVs over there. You see Li Auto, they're up a little bit today, up 2 cents. NIO up 92 cents. And they report on the 29th. Li Auto reports on June 2nd. XPEV, which is XPeng, another Chinese automaker, down 61 cents. They report on May 6th. Baidu down a little bit. Workhorse a little bit. Fuel Cell back up 7 cents. That had an interesting run there. Off the high. That thing dumped, huh? I used to own this. Down 64% since February. I sold it. When did I sell that? Was it in February? I don't even know. I'd have to look up. I don't remember when I sold it, but I took all my profit on that thing. Let's see what Ford's doing. Ford's up 8 cents. They report on the 28th. So on Wednesday they report. They show up on my... Huh. Interesting. They report on the 28th, but they're not listed in here for the anticipated earnings. I guess people are not excited about Ford like I am. They're up 8 cents, 12.31, and I've got 100 shares of Ford. So Tesla. What will Tesla do? That's terrible. Let's see this thing. I must have. Maybe I didn't do this one. I don't know. There we go. Oh, it's a little better. Just a little bit. Actually. Okay. They should beat their estimates. I don't care what people say. I think that Tesla to add EV components recycling facilities at Shanghai factory. President Biden's 2030 emissions target offers key glimpse into size of electric vehicles tax credits. Okay, here's what's going to happen though. Okay. You have to remember there is a huge amount of gas taxes. And as electric vehicles come into play, they're going to need to replace that money. Now, where they're going to replace it is the following. You're going to see your utility taxes go up. Your natural gas, your electric bill, all those taxes are going to go up as we move more towards electric from fossil fuel. So if we increase in electric and we don't build more power plants, isn't that going to put more pressure on the big G word, the grid? It may. And that's why you have states like California and even Wyoming and Washington and Oregon and New York and Illinois. They're all looking at taxing the miles you drive. And the reason they're doing that is because as more people get electric vehicles, they're losing all that tax revenue. And like, for example, if you own a bunch of gas stations right now, you better be talking to chargers and get chargers in there as well, and try and make some money that way, because you are in a diminishing brand long term. And right here, electric vehicles in the U.S. currently account for roughly 2% of auto sales versus 5% of all auto sales in China are electric vehicles. So we're lagging the rest of the world. That's going to change. That's going to change really over the next 2 to 3 years. The analysts see an expansion of U.S. tax credits currently valued at $7,500 for electric vehicles to the $10,000 range or possibly higher in a tiered system as one of the two linchpins in President Biden's push. Go on. Where's your ball? Where's your ball at? No, you're not. What? Okay, hi. I love you. What do you want? She's demanding this morning, very needy. They also anticipate a lifting of the $200,000 per manufacturer's ceiling on the credits being phased out. But here's the thing. When you see credits being given, what that means is they've got to find that revenue somewhere. Nowhere in this story does it talk about, okay, we're going to raise the credits from $7,500 to $10,000 per vehicle. All right. So where is that $2,500 going to come from per car, right? It's going to come in the form of a miles driven per year tax, as well as increased utility taxes. So you better start thinking about long term getting partially off the grid with some solar or something. And not just solar where you send it back to the grid, but solar where you're store it yourself in your own batteries and screw the grid. Where we screwed up, and this may cause a problem down the road for our grid, is as we increase all of this and we talk about solar energy and everything else, there's no way solar, the cost, or wind farming, because let's face it, environmental folks can't stand windmills because it kills birds, and birds are more important than energy. Even if it eliminates more fossil fuel, it doesn't matter because the bird's more important. Nuclear power plant, nuclear energy is the cleanest energy that we can create. But that creates what? That creates a storage problem of the spent fuel rods. And we have not built a nuclear facility in, I think decades. Let's see. When's last? Let's see here. Last nuclear plant built in the U.S. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the last reactor built was the Riverbend plant in Louisiana. Its construction began in March of 1977. So here are 2021 minus 1977. The last plant to begin commercial operations is the West Bars plant in Tennessee. Whoops. Which came online in 1996. So the last one to come online came online 25 years ago. Look, another 100 years, everything's going to be powered by the sun. We're going to harness it. Fossil fuels will be done, and you ain't got to worry about it. But until then, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to drive our electric cars, we're going to buy our electric cars, and our taxes are going to go up. So, hey, if they increase... Oh, by the way, I'll come back to that in a second. So if they increase the exemption from $7,500 to $10,000, I'm absolutely going to get an electric vehicle. I like the Ford Mustang. I really, really do. But they were supposed to have announced U.S. auto dealers are winners as chip shortage lifts vehicle profits. This is true. So you get all these chip shortages for auto dealers, but what that also means is there's no dealers giving rebates. They're doing nothing. So their profits are going up big time because they're selling more stuff than what they have even on the lot. It's full sticker price. Full sticker price. You haven't seen that happen. Used car prices are going up big time. So let's see here. There was a rumor about Ford, and let me see if they did. Let's see, Ford announcement today. So there was a rumor that the Mustang pricing was going to go up. Let's see here, news. Oh, here we go. All right, got it. Ford Mustang Mach-E GT and Performance Edition finalizes specs, prices, and delivery dates. Okay, I've not looked at this story yet. I just did a Google search and pulled it up. I think the GT was supposed to go for somewhere around 63, 64,000. Let's see. Final details concerning 2021 Mustang Mach-E GT are out. Ford has additional. Oh, okay, 61,000, including an $1,100 destination charge. Now, destination charge $1,100. You know why that's so high? Guess where these things are built? Viva la Mexico! They're built in Mexico. And a performance edition at $66,000. Order books open on April 28th. So on Wednesday for both of them, you can order one online or go directly to a local dealership. Both versions are eligible for the full $7,500 federal EV tax credit. Also, some states have tax credits as well, so you might want to check that out. The regular Mach-E GT, 3.8 seconds 0 to 60. If you get the Performance Edition, 3.5 seconds. Look, I test drove that thing. It was the Premium Edition, and that thing, when I pressed on the gas, literally, your head goes back a little bit. Range for the GT is 250 miles. With you get the Performance Edition, 235 miles. Again, these aren't necessarily designed yet for cross country, although there are so many. Wow, new today is Ford's announcement of an unbridled extend mode in a Performance Edition. Holy cow. Ford calls it a track and closed course unbridled mode. So they've got whisper mode, they've got standard, I think it's standard, and they got unbridled. Unbridled is basically boom. So Unbridled Extend is going to be boom boom. Holy cow. Final performance detail involves tire choice. Performance edition buyers will go home with Pirelli P. Pirelli makes good tires. Zero summer tires fitted as standard equipment. Meanwhile, regular GTs will have Continental all season. Deliveries will take place this fall into the end of the year. So, the problem with these has been Mexico and getting these things through customs and back over the border with everything else going on. You got customs. What's customs worrying about? They're worrying about migrants right now. They're worried about getting them brought over. So there you go. Such a nice car, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm using an ad blocker. Too bad. Let's look at these things. Look at this thing. I've never been a big fan of the orange, yellow. Oh, that's a beast. Look at the size of that GT logo. Big old pony on the front. Got the red disc brakes. I don't care who you are. That is a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. If you like Fords. Their steering wheel, okay, so the steering wheel, these things here, I don't know. Roll dial, so there is no shifter. There's no engine shifting because it's all torque on electric motor. So all you're doing is just telling it, hey, what mode do you want it to be in? Look at that GT monochrome or monogram. Carbon fiber look on the seats and the dash. There you go. Whisper, engage, unbridled. And they're going to have now they got pedal drive. Again, if you go in a whisper mode, the torque drive on these things, you take your foot off the gas, and it's regenerative is what it's called, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Look at that front end, man. What the hell is this down here? What are these? Are these doors for like fog lights or something? What is that? What are these things? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's got to open. Dampers, maybe? No, you don't need dampers. It's an electric motor. Come on, man. Holy sh. Yeah, want. Want. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what other Ford news they got here. There was there was going to be an announcement. Ford rethinks making own batteries. Ford Motor Company's plans for electric vehicle battery production appear to be accelerating, like a Mustang Mach-E. Less than a year ago, Ford's top executives were extolling the benefits of relying on a supply base for the battery cells. Now they want to make their own. Okay. Jim Farley. That's the CEO of Ford. That is a Class Act CEO, by the way. And this summer, the Mustang and the Ford F-150 will both be getting their semi-autonomous driving modes. And I believe for the Mustang, it'll be like a $600 add-on. Man, that's cool. I pick a different color though. Like you said, I don't like mustard. Yeah, mustard. That's the number. That's the thing I was looking for. So let's look at that. Let's go to Ford.com. Or no, beforehand, if you remember this, GM.com. And I haven't got a text yet, so I don't know